What's poppin', Star Wars collectors, and welcome back to another unboxing here on Carbonite Collecting, a branch of the Carbonite Convos podcast and YouTube channel. Today, I will be unboxing 4 new Star Wars Funko Pops. There are 3 pops from the new Ahsoka series and 1 pop from the Clone Wars. The Clone Wars has been doing a line of new Funko Pops, and by far, this is my favorite. So the first pop that I'll be unboxing is the 2-pack of Captain Rex and Pong Krell. Now, I know there's a bit of a glare, but check out this video. All right, so let's get this bad boy open. So all in all, it's in very good condition. I've said it before, I'm not a big fan of GameStop's new logo sticker. I'm not a really big fan of that. It's just kind of plain. It just sits there, this big red dot. So not a fan of that, but as you know, I am a primarily out-of-box collector, so this one will be coming out of box because I do have a couple different places that I will be putting each of these pops. So I'm really excited to get these out of the box. All right, so my anticipation for a Captain Rex pop has been building for years, so I'm going to let it build a little more, and I'm going to look at Pong Krell first. Now, what I noticed is really interesting is when you're looking at it from inside the box, you can't really see the second saber, so once you get it out of the box, I think that's when you can really see all the detail on this pop. Obviously, he has 2 double-bladed sabers, one being green and the other 2 being blue. So all in all, this is an awesome pop. Check it out. All right, so you got a detailed look there, but I'm just going to show the camera as well as I take another look. I think it's really cool how they did his little ponytail. All in all, it's a very, very cool pop. You know, with this being the same species as Dex from the diner, it gives me hope that if they can make a pop this good of that species, hopefully we get a Dex one day. But this is definitely a really cool pop of, I think this guy is going to go in my Sith section. I know he's not technically a Sith, but I think he's going to fit really well with some lightsaber wielding villains, if you'll say. But honestly, all in all, a really cool pop. And now for what I've been waiting for years, because Captain Rex pop came out years ago. It was a New York Comic-Con exclusive, and I wasn't able to snag it. So I've regretted that ever since, and I just am not, I will not pay several $100s for a Funko Pop. But luckily, I do not have to anymore because they have finally released a new Captain Rex Funko Pop. Now, getting this thing out of the box finally and being able to just add this to the collection, add arguably the main clone to the collection. As you can see, I have a Clone Wars / Attack of the Clones section right here. There are more prequels on top, but he's going to fit somewhere right in here, really close to Ahsoka. I think this pop is incredible. Take a look. All right, one thing I really like are the hash marks on the actual helmet. I think that's really cool. I don't know if that signifies clanker kills, there's a specific gunship that he's taken down that many times, but there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. There are 60 hash marks, so he's done something 60 times, and all in all, it's really cool. I like the detail right around, or just on the helmet overall. Obviously, you have the blue around the eyes, and then it's kind of hard to see in this video, but I do like the brown lines right here around the mouth area. I think they did an awesome job really capturing the essence of Captain Rex in this pop, and you have to love the symbols on the top of the helmet. Overall, the guns are awesome. The armor is awesome. You can see a few more of the lines similar to the ones right here. You can see a few more right there. I think the detail on this and the accuracy, I think, is spot on. So I'm really excited to add this just finally to the collection. And again, I'm going to put him somewhere right here near the Ahsoka and my custom 332nd Clone Trooper. So on to the next. All right, so the next pop is Hu Yang, Professor Hu Yang from Ahsoka. Now, we did get a view of him in the Clone Wars, but primarily he gained more notoriety in Ahsoka. So check it out. All right, I know there's nothing too crazy about this pop. You know, it is pretty simple. It's hard to mess up a droid, as you could see from the video prior to this. But I think it is really neat. Hu Yang really stuck out to me in the Ahsoka series. And what's one thing that I really like is the wiring kind of under the metal plates. It's very similar to the C-3PO Funko Pop from the Phantom Menace before he was finished. So that gives me a lot of prequel C-3PO vibes. Overall, it's a really cool pop of a really cool character. There's really I guess you could say there was an action scene that they might have done instead of just a very broad, narrow, standing version of him. But either way, I think it's going to go really well in my Ahsoka/Rebels section. So on to the next. All right, next up we have Merrick. Now, we could tell that this was a character. I don't know whether to call him a human or a Sith or what to call an Inquisitor, obviously, but he was enchanted by the Night Sisters. So it was a really interesting character, and honestly, I think his death was the most interesting part, just seeing the green essence leave the armor. So check it out. All right, so this is another really interesting pop. I really like that it's not, unlike the Hu Yang, it's not very upright. They kind of have him in this action pose where he has the lightsaber behind him. His knees are bent, so you can tell he's ready for battle. I really like the lightsaber. I think they do a very good job on the rotating double lightsabers of the Inquisitors on the pops. So I think this is really cool. Really cool cape. You can't hate on the helmet. It almost reminds me of the Knights of Ren as well. But overall, nothing crazy about the pop, but I do really like it. And like Hu Yang, he's going to fit right in the Ahsoka section. So on to the next one. Now, I'm sure you were probably hoping that the last one would be Ahsoka, but I already have a ton of Ahsoka pops. So, and I know I already have one Hera that you can see right here, but I did see the need to get the Hera from Ahsoka. So I'm ready to get this one open. So check it out. All right, so here we have General Hera Syndulla. Now, I think this is a really neat pop. It's not terribly different from the first one they made, but what I do like is I think a problem that Funko has is they make the heads really heavy. So, for example, this Hera I have down here, she leans over. So I have to put her in front of something so she can lean back so she doesn't fall over. Let me grab her really quick. Now, if you can see, this is how she would sit normally, given that my hand is a flat base. You could see how the weight of her tendrils, it makes the pop in the spring inside lean back. So what I like about this one is the head, it seems a little lighter, so I do like that. Some noticeable differences. I like that the color on the new one more it fits the new look in Ahsoka. What I also like, and I'd have to check, but on the old one you don't see the logo on the back, and I don't know if she has a logo in Rebels. I would say not, because I would assume that this is something from the New Republic, but she does have the logo back there, so I think Funko did a good job paying attention to detail. There's also something on her sleeve right there, and also she has this little logo right there. Now, I know you can't see it super well, but it looks like that's the same logo that we see throughout Rebels. I'm upset at myself that I'm blanking. I believe it's the symbol for the Ghost Squad. Honestly, a really cool pop. I know you can't see it super well, but the detail in the weapon on the new one compared to the old one is very noticeable. I think the new one, it has a lot more colors. It just sticks out a lot more. So overall, I really like the Hera from Rebels. This is an animated character, so it is going to look a little different. And then I really do enjoy the new look at Hera. I think another interesting thing to point out is the design on her tendrils is much more much more pronounced than it is on the original one. And I'll even move it over just so they both have the same lighting. As you can see, it's much more detailed. So no complaints with the first one. This pop is several years old at this point, but this new one, I think they did a great job on the redesign. So a really good job. But everybody, that is all 4 pops that I'm unboxing today. I really appreciate you tuning into this unboxing. And like always, until the next time you're on Carbonite collecting here on Carbonite Convos, make sure to keep it poppin'.